Welcome back, Voltron fans, and thank you for joining me today. It's finally time to show you how I built this sucker. This is Voltron 3.0. It is my biggest and best Voltron yet. Now, in this tutorial, we are going to focus on the yellow leg. For whatever reason, I've always started this project with the yellow leg, so let's just stick with it. Here are the sizes. From that shoulder to that shoulder is 270 blocks long. The sword itself, from that blue part all the way over there, can you see it, is 230 blocks long. From the back to the front is 140 blocks. And lastly, this guy is 250 blocks tall. Now keep in mind that the Minecraft limit is 300 blocks tall. So you got about 50 blocks worth of leeway space above his head, or depending on how far down the grass goes. But 250. Now, one thing you need to decide before we get started, are you going to build the arms diagonal like this? If you are, then you need to plan left to right for that size. If you're going to build the arms straight up and down, which I will be showing both tutorials, then you need to plan this length of the sword going in front of Voltron. All in all, the best option I can give you is give yourself plenty of room. Give yourself room for the sword 230 side to side and front to back. That's the best thing you can do. So we are going to be building with all concrete, yellow, gray, light gray, blocks of iron. Hang on a second. Okay, forget that. That is white concrete. The blocks of iron is more for the black lion head, but that's much later. Red concrete, stone stairs. We are going to be using light blue stained glass for the eyes. You always got to have glowstone. And me, I just like to have a grass block on me just in case I mess things up. Okay, the first thing I want you guys to do, build a single 1-block tower of glowstones just so you can find out the limit. Like for this, height limit building is 319. I could have sworn the limit was 300. Maybe I rounded it down just to be safe. Now this one single step, it may be a little bit annoying, and I can picture some of you not doing it, but trust me, this is a huge project. Just do it, take 2 minutes, and make sure you know your limits. Always know your limitations. Oh, and that's my 2.0 project. Pay no attention to that. So if you're building this giant thing, and several hours or days or even weeks later, you realize that you are already past the limit and you can't build further, oh, you are so going to kick yourself for that. So trust me, take 2 minutes, build yourself a tower. You only got to do it there for 2 minutes. And here, just do this. Do. Alright, leave that there. And get rid of the tower. Leave this here so that way you know where the limit is. Grab your yellow concrete. And we're going to show you this design right here. First off, go ahead and build it directly in the ground. It makes so much, makes life a lot easier. So how far do we want this? I already measured, 1 second. You need 35 total. Counting this one, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And here is 20. This is 30, 32, 34, and that one right there is 35. Okay? One straight line of 35. Then from here, that's 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. Turn. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 blocks this way. And then we're going to curve here. And we got 3 total. Counting the one we already placed. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then we turn again. This part here can be blank. That's perfectly fine. We need to switch to gray concrete. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn. Counting this one we already placed. That's 1, 2, and 3. And you can leave that part blank again. Turn in again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 right there. Now we'll come back to that white part, so just go ahead and turn. Count the block you already placed. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is block number 9. Turn in yet again. Did that once. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And quite frankly, at this point, you can mirror image this side with this side. It is 100% the same. So go ahead and rewind. Or whatever side you want to start from. I mean, if it's easier to line it up with that gray, do that. And then that yellow there. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And right there. And if you're really, really unsure if you got these measurements wrong, just place. Now, when you get all the way over here, tell you what, let's go to the very first block we placed. Starting from this corner. We already placed that one, so that's a 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9. And now we're back to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and a 3. And that is how your outline should look. If it does not, then, rewind 5 minutes and figure out what you did wrong. Chances are, if you're off by one single block, the entire thing's going to be off. Okay, now come on back up here to this part. Let's see, this line here, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You need 6 empty spaces. And now grab your... Aha! That's what I was using the block of iron for. Okay. So use some block of irons. You can use the white concrete. It doesn't really make a difference, as long as it's white. So we have our 6 empty spaces. We want 1, 2, and 3. Again, just dig right into the ground. Turn. Count in the one we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 by 3. You can leave this middle part grass, or you can fill it in. It's completely up to you. Again, these outlines, they are just to make life easier. Okay, now go to the back of the leg and make sure you're facing to the right of it, because you don't want to build the blue leg on the left side. That would be wrong. Okay, grab some glowstone. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is 12 total. And I did it this way just because. No real reason. 12 total between the yellow and the blue leg. So grab your yellow concrete and come on back to the back. The back of the leg. We're going to start right on this corner. We want to go up by 8 total. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we want to go forwards by 4. Counting that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we want to go up by 4. 2, 3, and 4. And this way by 4. Okay. So now it looks like that. Now for the fun part. Bring this entire line up to match this. So that will look like that. And we want to bring this entire back up, all the way right up to here. So do that. And this is what you should have. And don't forget to bring the corner out. See, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4, 4, 4. Alright, now for this part, come on down to this corner, and we want to bring this line that way to match this one, which is 4 total. Count in 1, that one there, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And see, it also curves with this design. And pretty much whenever you already have the first one there, it's always good to count starting with 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. Alright. There we go. Our first steps have begun. Alright, now this part here, go ahead and line it up with the wonderful design. Okay, just like that. These corner ones don't really make a difference. So go ahead and chop them off in case you're getting confused. There. Now you can look at it and say, hey, it lines up perfectly. Love it. Now bring this entire line up to match here, which is just 4. And this is what it should look like. Okay, and one more thing. Bring this whole line forward to match this one, which is another 4. So, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc., like we did down there. And ta-da! This is what you got. Sweet, right? And now just a quick reminder, as you go, place some glowstones here and there, because it's going to get dark really, really soon. So always stay on top of the glowstones. It makes no difference where you put them. I always prefer these corners. Okay, come on back here. Going to go to this corner. Go ahead and bring it all the way down. Okay, just like that. Now, from this one block there, we want to go up 61 blocks. 61. So let's see here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2. Hit the brakes. Make sure you keep this part here as a 4. There we go. Ha! I mean, this entire thing will be filled in anyway. So, here we are. There's 10, 12, 13, 14, and all the way up to 61. Okay, so, there's our first 10.
That is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 161. Whew!
Take a peek at Voltron 2.0. This is going to be one big leg. Okay, come on down here. Now go ahead and bring this sucker out, just like so. There. Okay, chop off the corner blocks if it, just do it. Just chop them off. Okay. Now bring this entire wall up to that 61 mark. Just this one line here. Do that and we'll move on to the next step. And da-da-da-da, that's what you got.
Oh, we can get rid of this one right now. Okay, so now that big wall is done, come on over to this wall. Whee!
From here to here, this is the one where we want. Starting from there, we want 19 high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which makes the next one a 10. Nah. Bloop. Going to come back to that in just a second. From this corner here, we want that to go all the way up so it lines up perfectly with this wall here. And we can also bring this thing over. So it lines up with this corner. Okay. Just like that. One giant square wall. Now go ahead and fill this entire wall in with yellow concrete. And guess what? Do the exact same thing for here. Woohoo! Starting from that corner, going all the way up. And once you do that, we'll do the next thing. Now you have two giant yellow walls. Oh, which reminds me, we can now just simply fill in this wall with yellow, so it looks like that, and do the same thing for the other one. Boom, boom. Alright, come on back up here to the top. Now we are going to do this exact same design right here. So we are going to want a 3, 2, 3, 3. 3, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is a 3, 2, 3, 3. And this part here is a 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now when you do this part, make sure you are curving in the correct direction. Because sometimes if you're accidentally not paying attention and you curve this way, yeah, it's going to look weird.
Okay, and finish this. So that's a 3, 2, and 3.
Perfect. Just like that. Now you remember this little block down here that we only went up to 19? This is actually the very top of the yellow lion head. So for now, let's just slide this puppy over. Oop, slide this kitty. Meow. Let's see here, and we wanted this corner again. Bring this up. Okay, line that up perfectly. Okay, so these two lines right here, those both can go straight to the top. So go ahead and do that real quick. And do the same thing for these two lines. Bring it all the way up to that top. And now you have this. Alright, now come on over here. So that was a 3. That was a 2. So basically, we need this top design, which is 3, 2, 3, 3, 9. We got our 3 and we got our 2. Now from here, this is the top of the yellow lion head, and that is block 19. So 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And we want to come out. 3, 2, 3, 3. So 2, 2. And the next one is a 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And of course, reverse it. 3, 3. And that wall counts as the 2 and the other 3. Now we made this one line here because I wanted to make sure we are building that design above the head. And don't worry, this part here will go out that way. It'll look better. So now, take this line, that one, this one, that one, and that one, and bring it all the way to the top. Now, one thing to take note of, at least half of this wall that we're about to build, we are eventually going to replace it with some gray stuff, some red stuff, some stairs, etc., etc. But, you know, one thing at a time. I like to get the base part in first, then go back and decorate. So turn that into that. Oh yeah. Not bad, not bad. We're doing good. Doing good. Now, the next part is going to be the lion head. This one could be a little tricky, so pay attention, or if you're feeling slightly tired, hey, take a break. Come back, do it tomorrow, or something. This is definitely a big project. Alright, I want to point out real quick that the design for the leg that we just did is modeled after the original yellow lion that I have. And the head we're about to build is pretty much the exact same thing as this yellow lion that you're looking at. Granted, it's not my best work, these lions, but hey, I do have tutorials on these guys. If you didn't know, check it out. Okay, come on up here to this corner. Remember, that block was the 19. So we want to go that way, forwards. 7 total. Count on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And bring that one straight down and make a wall out of that. Just like that. Now do the same thing for this side. Go up to this block where that was the 19 and bring it out.
Yeah, that's 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring the sucker down and make a wall.
Okay, grab your yellow. Come on over to this corner. Okay, that's what we want. We want 2 high, and we want 2 going out. Okay, just to there. And this part here. Just like that. And from this corner, we want 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bring this over. Fill in this tiny wall, like so. Come on over here and just fill in this one little thing. Derp. Okay, just that. And do the same thing for this side. Oakley dokley. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. Okay, so this part here, gotta fill in this one block. Now this top part needs to be a 3. So just go this. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Bloop. Just like that. Okay? And make sure you do the same thing over here. Just like that. Now come on down here. Bring this yellow up by 2. Do the same thing for this one. Now grab your gray concrete and just bring this entire line up by 2. Now grab your yellow. Okay, just like that. The idea, don't know if the camera will show it, but there you go. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Gotta have that yellow overhang this part here. And do the same thing over here.
Okay, just like that.
And I tell you what, before we go any further, see how that line is there? Let's do this. Take all of that grass and fill it completely in with yellow concrete. It is an optional step, but trust me, it'll look a lot better once you do that. And make sure you chop off the grass and just do the yellow. Okay, there's that. And definitely grabs your glowstones. Up to you if you want to put them in the ground or just leave them like that. Either way, it's going to get dark very, very soon. Okay, it's like that. And grab a few more here. Yeah, that's good for now. Now this part here, we're going to leave it grass just for now. We're going to build the lion head first, then we can fill it in. So come on over here, and we want this to go up by 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Derp. And go ahead and do this. Okay, you don't need to make a wall there. Just fill in that part and this part up to there. Okay, like that. Bloop. And do the same thing for this one. So it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
alright, now this time, white concrete. And make sure you don't have the blocks of irons. We're talking white concrete. And we're basically going to do this spot here exactly how we did this. We want this white to overhang the grass. And we want it to go up. We want 2 empty spaces. Like so. That yellow's there, and that one's there. So, go ahead and okay. And fill in this small wall, of course. And actually, this part here you don't need. Yep. Just like that. And do the same thing for this side. Now that both of these white parts are done, come on over here. 1, 2, and 3. That part's a 2. And that part just goes all the way to there. Okay, just like that. So it's a 3, a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, let's go ahead and bring this part over and do the same thing. And one thing you want to make sure is that this white part here is up by 2 blocks. I have made that mistake many, many, many times in my Voltron creations. Yeah. Go ahead and fill that in up to there. Okay. Okay, so let's fill in this bottom part. Okay. There. Just like that. Now this part here is completely optional if you want to fill that in. Or if you want to have it like, I don't know, a secret door here or something. Your choice. But for me, for the sake of this video, I am just going to fill this entire thing in. There, just like that. But I will leave this one wall here, just for some added effect. Alright. Alright, now come on over to this corner, and make sure you grab your white concrete. We want 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and technically we want a 3 there, only to mellow that in. Boom. And what are those? That's the lion's teeth. Alright, now we want 1 empty space. And redo the teeth. Same with this spot. Okay. Whoop, wrong way. Now make sure you leave these 2 spots open, so start here. Ching! And from here, just come on over. Bloop, like that. So we got those 2. And make sure that's a 2. Alright, that is the lion's mouth. Now grab your yellow concrete, 1, 2, and go 2 blocks above all of this white. Nice. Now come on over to this spot here and go ahead and connect this corner all the way to the next corner. Okay. And fill in this entire floor or ceiling, whatever you want to call it. Just that one layer. So it looks like that. Just the one layer is all you need. Alright, this time we need black concrete. For the nose. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we want that too high. Go ahead and bring this all the way back till right there. And go ahead and fill in the rest of that nose, just like that. So it's a 3 by 2, and however long that is. I didn't count this time. Alright, grab your light blue stained glass. It is time to make some eyes. And go ahead and extend this one spot here, just so we can add some eyes. Okay. So that is like 2 by 4. That is a 2 by 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. It's coming together. Woohoo! So go back to your black concrete. This needs to come up by 2. and go this way by 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and go ahead and do this part yellow. Same with this. Kidoke. And now this has to come up by another 2. Oops. And make sure you leave this part 4. So that one's 1 after. And this one is going to go all the way back to the original line that we made. That was what, 19 or something? I forgot already. Now, if anything, we might chop this part off later, but we'll come back to that. And this is what you should have so far. Alright, now grab your yellow concrete, come over here. 1, 2, 3. Go back by 2. Go that way by 3. And this way by 4. So technically, it lines up perfectly with that. Alright, let me redo that one. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. 1, 2, 3. And we've already made that wall. That part's got to be like so. Alright, do the same thing for this one. Alright, so this top part here, go ahead and fill in this entire floor with yellow. Just like we did with the front of the mouth. This part yellow.
And same for the other side. Okay, just like
that. And now we just got to fill in this little spot down here. So bring this part back. Bring this part over. Flatten you out. And bring this over. And make that a wall. And here, let me give you a different angle. Ta-da! So it looks just like that. However, I did forget one little thing. So go from this corner, right behind his eye. Make yourself a 4. Tell you what, go ahead and get rid of that. Because I like to get rid of stuff that we don't need. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, much better, much better. And of course, do the same thing for this side. Oh, I see. Yep. So, fill in this stuff. And of course, don't forget that square right here. Alright, how's that look? Does one side match up to the other? Always compare them. Yeah, looks nice and even. Now here's a little fun fact that some of you may not have noticed. See, this part here is a 9-piece? Well, so is this middle part. And then we have our 3s. And then another 3. Ignore this part. And our 2. And boom. So basically the head is even with the leg. Pretty sweet, right? Uh-huh. Alright, so the head's done, the leg's done. We got all kinds of decoration type stuff to do. Because right now, it's plain and blech. So, on to the next step. Okay, so grab your light gray concrete. Come on over here to this black spot. We are going to chop this 3 blocks out of the yellow wall. And we're going to go all the way to the very top. So you're basically making a gray stripe. So it's just like that. Okay, now we want stone stairs. We're going to want 1, 2, 3. That's 2. Oop, before we go any further. There you go. Build them on the sides. Now we want this 8 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Same for here. Perfect, just like that. Okay, now grab your light gray concrete, and we want to go 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Fill this in real quick. Okay. Now come on down here. We want red concrete. Just do this. And we're going all the way to the back. That's a lot of yellow. Okay. Just like that. And come on back to the front. And do the same thing for this. Derp. Okay, now for this back part here, we are going to chop that off and bring this up. We're going to bring this up. Now this part, 1, 2. Technically, we're going to want this part out too, because we are going to replace that inner part with some red. Ta-da! And that gives us that slight design. Alright, now all of this stuff we are going to fill in with red. So it looks like so. Alright, and do the exact same thing on this side. All the way to the back. Ta-da! Okay. Now go back to your light gray and go right here. We need to go up by 8 total. And we're chopping it off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And see here, we need to replace that part for the 9. We need to do this 3. The second 3. And jet stay 1. Go from there all the way to here. Okay, So chop off that yellow and put light gray in its place. Just like that. And do the same thing for that side.
That's a 3. No, that's a 9. That's a 3. That's a second 3. And a 1. And replace that with gray. And
Ta-da, just like so. Now grab your red. Leave that stripe there. But we are going to replace 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just that one and that one. All the way to the top. Okay. And now do the same thing for here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All the way to the top. Ta-da! Alright, not bad. Get in there. Alright, come on up here. We want 2 empty spaces there, followed by 2 reds. And down here, we want 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we can do the reds. Okay, and do the same thing for this part.
can I get rid of that glowstone? Oh.
Okay, so to make it simple, just do a straight line right to there. Leave that one spot open. And same thing with the bottom here. Okay, almost. Come back down here and go up one more. Just like that. And the same thing here. Perfect. And that is the design we just made. Okay, so this front part here is done. We need to do some stuff on the sides. On this side and the other side. Then the cockpit. And finish it up. Okay, so grab your yellow. Come on up here. Actually, we want 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so from there, grab your yellow. Haha. Make sure you bring it out by 2. Okay, just like that. Alright, so we're going to need the middle of this. Where is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, here is the middle. Grab your yellow. Bring this out by 2. Now we want a 7 total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 on both sides. And come on down here. So the pattern is 7, 2, 3, L. And then 2 downwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then the other L. That's a lot of yellow. I hope you guys can see this. And there's a 2. 7. 2. L. 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2. L. And 2. Woohoo! Now, if that circle does not line up evenly like this, yeah, you might have missed a block in somewheres. Okay, and since this was out by 2, go ahead and make sure this is all doubled, like so. Alright, so come over to this corner. Make sure you bring it out by the twos. This is going to go all the way down so it's even with this. Cha-ching! Okay, just like that. And you want to do that for this spot here, and the top there. Basically, you're making a square behind the circle. And of course, make sure you fill in these little gaps. Just like that. Perfect. Alright, and that's where you should be at. Okay, so now there's a couple of ways of doing this next step, but to make life easier, first things first, we can get rid of this entire wall right here. So go ahead and chop that off. Okay. And now we want to make the wall right here. Basically, we moved this wall 1-2 spaces that way. Alright, so make sure you leave this part here too. And build a wall. To right there. And perfecto. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of those glowstones. Okay, now grab gray concrete. We want to make sure we leave 2 empty spaces. So that's 1 and 2. And we want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This time we're going to do 7, L, 7. Just like that. And it basically leaves 2 blocks in between these blocks. 2 blocks between the blocks. Aha! Now we get to take our light gray and basically replace this inner wall with light gray. Isn't that fun? Hee hee! Alright, so replace that with gray and be back. Ta-da! Alright, now where is the middle to this thingy? However you want to find the middle. Figure that's only a 7, so it's pretty simple to find. There. Okay. Alright, so there is the middle of that wonderful design we just did. Go ahead and leave that one a glowstone. And now we want our gray concrete. Ching! Bing! Dong! Ding! Da-ding dong. Alright, and there you have it. That is what we wanted. And since we're here, go ahead and plop some glowstones in the corners. Save you a headache later. Okay. Now for the fun part. Do this design 100% the same for the other side. Same spot. We want the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that yellow's got to be out by 2. Okay, so you will have to rewind this video by like, what, 5 minutes or so, and redo that exact same design right here. So do that, and we'll move on. Alright, so now that you have made your second square circle design, guess what? We got 2 more to do. Alright, so come on down to this corner. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 up. So that's 2 and 4. Which means we want the yellow to start there. Yep, that's a lot of yellow, so there you go. I'll back up so y'all can see it. And you're going to build the exact same design up to, let's see here, grab that glowstone. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way down to there. Okay. So from that corner to that corner, and actually let me get you started right here. Whoop. Press the right button. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, those are your dimensions. So once again, you'll have to rewind 5 minutes, redo this exact same design right here. 4 there, 4 there, 4, 4, and 4, 4. And when you're done with that, guess what? Get to go over here and do the exact same thing right here. Make sure you're in the front part. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. And this right here makes it look simple, looks better. 2, 4, 2, 4. And you're going up to right here. We got a 2, 4, a 2, 4, and shada. And lastly, you got your 2, 4, 2, 4, and ba-bum. So, that same design you're making 4 times in total. And I've explained it the first time, not gonna show it 3 more times. You know what I'm saying? See you when that step is done. Whoo! Now that that's done, not gonna lie, that was probably the most boring part of the build. Am I right? Now, one optional thing you can do, depending on how you filled it in, is this. Basically, you're doing the mirror image of what you made on the other side. This is completely optional and pure cosmetics. Nothing out of the ordinary. Whatever floats your boat. And of course, don't forget the glowstone as you go. Little here, little there, goes a long way. Alright, so this part here, I've decided, let's just go ahead and chop that off. Make it even with the design. There, just like so. Easy peasy. And out here, I mean, right now it doesn't matter, but by the time we get done with this build, you might want to consider replacing some of these blocks with glowstones. Only because, whoops, not that one. Only because it's going to get dark. Like, by the time this thing is done, the bottom of this leg is going to be very dark. So that is a option, or we can just come back to that later. Either way. Alright, let's do the cockpit to this sucker, and then we can finally be done. Woo-hoo-hoo! But, as you know, first things first, glowstones. Pick a corner, place a glowstone, etc., etc. We can always move these later. Right now, it is way too dark to see. Okay. Okay, so let's go down, up. Now, it's up to you if you want to replace this grass with yellow, or if you want to build this up so it's even with the mouth. Let's It's really up to you. Meh, I'm just going to go ahead and bring this part up. Going to bring all of that up. But I'm going to stay within the color scheme. And make the rest of that yellow. So I'm going to go to do that. Okay, that's what I went with. And another thing we want to do before we get too far away is this wall. We want to bring it down. Derp. Okay, bring that all the way down there so it's completely blocked off. Okay, so now that is completely lined up evenly with the leg. Here, go ahead and fill in this grass real quick. Now I left this tiny bit open just for right now. We'll come right back to it. And again, I have decided to fill this in so it's even with this part. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and that's how it comes out for me. Alright, come on up here. Yellow concrete. We want to make sure we are exactly 2 underneath the eyeballs. Okay. And now the floor, we're going to want right here, right under it. Okay, so take a minute and fill in this floor. Just pretty much go from here, straight line all the way, covering this. Pretty simple. Okay, and yep, just in case I lost anybody, you're just filling it in. Occasionally you'll come across stuff like this. Just fill it in and be done with it. There. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, and go ahead and finish that. Okay, so we are underneath it, and just go ahead and make sure everything has been evened out. Fill in anything that looks out of place. Wait, didn't I have a, yep, haha. Okay, looks good, looks good. Even things up just a little bit. Making it look all nice and purty like. Oh, actually, this is a perfect time to place a glowstone. Alright. Good, good, good. Very good. Now this top part, very dark. Let's see, for now, let's just plop in a glowstone, because it's too dark to see. I'll move those later. Okay, so grab your gray concrete. You want to go right here in the middle. 1, 2 empty spaces. That needs to be a 3. And then a 1. And then a 2. Another 2. And lastly, a 3. Which then you turn. And do the same thing here. A 2. A 2. And a 3. And of course, these 2 blocks here. Okay, now from here, we want 1, 2, and 3. And behind here, 1, 2, 3. And go ahead and bring this up. Okay. And now, I suppose before we go any further, we are now going to need stone slabs, a ladder, lectern, armor stand, lever, beacon, and rod only if you wanted to get creative. So now we need some stone slabs to go right on top. Okay, and grab your lecterns. Just plop it there. This is just for design. It's all cosmetics at this point. Okay. Okay, so we're also going to need 1 block of stone. And go ahead and fill that part in. So from here, we want 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Grab it. Your glowstone. Chop these few blocks off. And now place some stone slabs right here. Okay, so it looks like that. And now grab a lever. We want them facing towards you. And again, this is just for show. These levers don't actually do anything. Grab yourself an armor stand for right in the middle. We now need the beacon, decoration, and light. See up here, we want slabs here, and stone stairs. We're going to want them up here. Now, if you want to use the end rod, do that on your own creation. Go ahead and tinker with this cockpit design, because there is room for improvements or to change things around, but that is roughly it. Haha! Oh, we got to get some yellow armor. But before we do that, let's place in some stairs. Let's see here. Ideally, this middle part would be best. Yeah, I like this spot here. I mean, it's completely optional where you want to put these. Ooh, that's another thing. No, I said right there. Which means these... Actually, no, those two can stay there. Like, you could put them on the sides, or put them on that side. That part is completely optional. Okay, so here's one option. I need that to face the other way. There we go. So, climbing the ladder, and cross right over. Okay, I can see I'm going to have to build at least a 1 block here, and put the door. No, like that. Okay, let's try that now. Hi ho, hi ho. Like needs a railing or something. Either way, this part is 100% optional and completely up to you. But you could totally get some fun designs with stairs and whatnot. Turn this into a real base. And go ahead and do it for the same spot over here. Yep. And let's see, how high up did I go? Right over there. Bing dong. Okay. Now, one final thing before we are done. It's the very last thing for this tutorial. Now, we're going to start the legs. I mean, really, this is the yellow and the boot. Alright, so grab your yellow concrete. And we want to go keep this top layer. We're going to go inward by 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Dirt. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Okay. So go ahead and do this part here, because we don't really need to fill in this part up there. That can just stay like it.
And before we go any further, never mind. Well, 1, 2, 3. Right. Turn 2, 3.
Okay, and that's where we're at. And now, grab your gray concrete. Gotta make sure we're one above it. Alright, that part should be a 9, because it's lined up with this part. So we get a 9, a 3, another 3, and a 1.
So if this is measured correctly, all you really gotta do is outline the whole thing.
Alright, perfect. Just what I wanted to see. And if you want to go under this and, just place some glowstones. Like I said, by the time we get done with this, it's going to be dark. Etc, etc. Okay, and I am going to call this tutorial right here. The only other thing we would have done was increase the leg itself to like up here. But you know what? The body is pretty big. I may have to divide that into 2 separate tutorials, but I'll decide that when time gets here. So, this tutorial is finished. Whew. So, it looks pretty good at nighttime. Before you go, if y'all like this video, do me a favor, press that thumbs up. YouTube really responds to the thumbs up button, so it would help me out a lot. And if you are building this and following my tutorials, and you haven't subscribed yet, you're killing me, Smalls. You're really killing me. I'm just kidding. Oh, but see how I mean? That part there is lights up better than this part. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Alright folks, thanks again, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.